My Kelly.
What's going on?
It's a long day, dude.
I'm sorry.
This is a weather podcast and an entertainment podcast. Is that fair?
Sure.
Yeah. It's been hot still.
Yeah. Every day I'm like, keep going through like places I want to move to, and like I've got like 10 different cities saved on my weather that I can quickly see like what the temperature is at any given time. Just being like, too hot. No, that's really good.
So I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, and I'm planted, and I'm gonna make this work. So we've been solutioneering AC in the garage for like 2 weeks now, and the options, there's just not a whole lot of options, but it's more than like one or two. So we, at one point, we're like, maybe we could get a vent from the like main AC to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And our usual dude, who I'm not going to plug, was like, don't do that because you don't want to rob from Peter to pay Paul. You're just going to make the whole house, you're going to bring down the effectiveness of the AC in the house for like a semi-effective garage. Because the garage isn't insulated.
Right.
Yeah. And then we started to ask other, like, get second opinions. And they were like, no, you should not do that / legally can't do that because you sell this house, somebody uses cars in the garage instead of gym in the garage, and you got carbon monoxide going from that vent to like the rest of the house. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a safety thing. Got it. Check, Roger. So rule that out. The other two options, let's say 3 options. There's like a swamp fan type thing that sports folks are used to, just like water and air. We're also in the middle of a gym remodel, and our contractor for that was like, before we were doing this AC project, was like, don't do that. You'll make, like, we have bars and weights and stuff, like they'll get rusty, and not supposed to like be a humid environment with a lot of this stuff. It's like, okay. So what are we? Option 3, portable AC, right? A lot of people do that. All portable ACs need to be vented somewhere, and don't trick yourself into thinking they can't. It's just thermodynamics 101. Like, that heat's going somewhere.
Yeah. And
option 4, I guess, is what's called a mini split, where they can, I guess a version of this is just put a hole in your wall and put a window AC unit there. But really, a mini split that we're talking about, it's like a second AC unit. Yeah. So you have to have, like, add a 220 volt electricity service to the side of the house.
Yeah.
Don't know how much that's going to cost, but I know I actually got to go for it. And if we can't get the portable AC, we bought a portable AC. I want to say LG, but that's not right. But maybe it is. A nice portable AC. It definitely pushes cool air out of it.
Yeah.
But again, uninsulated garage. It's like 20 by 20. It's like a 400 square foot space. We got a portable AC for a 450 square foot space. And tried it here, tried it there. And the most that we can bring the temperature down is like 5 degrees.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like 85. Right. When it should be like, when it's 100 outside and would normally be like 90, 92 in the garage. So it's something. And with that on and the fans on, I don't think it feels bad. But we're trying to get better than 85, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what, well, never mind.
Most people, because, I mean, she's been doing her gym for, like, years now. And most people just kind of suck it up, and they're only in there for an hour.
Yeah.
So some cold water, stand in front of the fan for a bit, like the non-AC, just like a regular fan. Right. And the people come and go, and it's not an issue for anybody until this year, and it's for a perfectly good reason. I mean, she does help people that have had like heart transplants and have this condition, have that condition. So not saying this person isn't as strong as all the others or anything, don't like that. But it has come up. Like, and I'm surprised it's been years that it's come up that somebody needs to be in a cooler environment than like 92 degrees while physically exerting themselves. Okay.
Right.
But really, the reason that I'm pushing for it so hard and that I want to get it done is it's for Ash's sake, because like the people are coming and going, but she's out there all the time. And last year, it wasn't like it went by unnoticed. It was an annoyance. It was that was tough. And this year, the heat is just so much worse, so much more consistently, that it's an actual issue now. Like, it's not a matter of comfort anymore. It's like, it's just ridiculous to be out there for like 7 hours helping people work out and all that, and like that temperature.
Yeah.
Can you manage it? Sure. But you like have to be managing it, have to be on top of it, and it just sucks for Ash. So one way or another, we're figuring that out. Plus, she's remodeling the gym, anyways, which is like 50% cosmetic, 50% like new stuff.
Yeah.
So air conditioning or climate control, yeah, add that to the mix, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been a big kind of project. Just in the theme of we're a Texas weather podcast.
I mean, what I was going to say is, like, it sounds like your easiest option is just to move somewhere.
Yeah, it's the easiest. Yeah, just go to
probably cheaper, too.
Whole different market.
But, yeah. That's brutal. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to live like this anymore. This is just so stupid. And the only thing that's really, like, making the thought of moving away any bit difficult is just, like, I know I'm not going to be able to convince all y'all to come with me.
Right.
And that just really fucking sucks. Because it's like, on one hand, y'all are my family. On the other hand, like, it just hurts me to live here still. So.
I want to get to a place where vacationing in the summer for weeks on end is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But living here, coming back here.
Yeah, I mean, I have no desire to live here anymore except for y'all.
Mm.
So, that's something I'm dealing with right now. See how it goes.
Poor Kelly.
It sucks. It really, really sucks.
What about your arm?
My arm, it's, we're improving. We went to the doc today. This is my first follow-up since the surgery, which was like 2 weeks ago now. It was funny. I went in, and first of all, this was the fastest doctor's appointment I've ever had in my life.
Did it make you sit in the waiting room for 20 minutes, like in the stand-up?
I sat in the waiting room for about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the time that they called me back till the time I was out of the building was sub 10 minutes. Like, literally, like...
Nice.
They took me into a room. Nurse... It was the same nurse that I worked with me when I went to my first doctor's appointment before the surgery. And she, like, remembered me and stuff, which was nice. And then she was like, let's, before we get going, let me just take a look at your incision. So she, like, took off my bandage and looked at it, and she was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And she just couldn't quit saying, like, how great it looked, or just, like, she wasn't even really saying it, but she was just, like, looked shocked.
So it's not just us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, she was like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, I got a pretty good doctor. And,
well, now let's talk about that. Is it going to become a thing of the doctor did so well? Or Keller, are you some sort of, like, super healing guy?
I'm going to put the doctor. I'm really not that great at healing. Although I guess it probably helped. I guess I could have fought it pretty good, but he just did a really good job with it, and it looks really good today. And but yeah, anyway, so that happened, and then she said that someone was going to come and get me to take me to x-ray my arm just to see how it's looking. Mm-hmm. And she said to sit down and just wait until they come in, and like she left, and I literally, like, was still standing just kind of looking at what was on the walls before I sat down.
Mm-hmm.
And before I even sat down, someone came in. I was like, all right, I'm here to take you to the x-ray. So I was like, let's go. So we just went over there, and there was like a couple x-rays, and then walked me back, and then sat down, and about 20 seconds later, doctor comes in with the x-rays and is like, everything's looking really good. Everything's where it should be. Incision's looking really good. You're right on track.
Same doctor?
Mm-hmm. The guy that operated on me.
Tell me you said something about the stitches.
I absolutely did.
Right.
And he just kind of played it off. He's like, oh yeah, I just felt like that'd be the way I did it was the best way for you. And
nice.
it's like, you fucking crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was pretty much like, yeah, so now I got to go get into some physical therapy. Gave me a referral sheet that I guess I just got to go find a physical therapist that'll take my insurance and give it to him and start scheduling. And supposed to see one 2 to 3 times a week for 4 to 6 weeks. And then I have a follow-up with him in 4 weeks to see how all that's going, and if everything goes well, then by about 4 weeks I should be back to pretty much full strength. Right now I'm out of the sling now, but I'm not supposed to lift anything heavier than 5 pounds. Which really, like...
It's your arm, right? Your arm itself is like...
My arm is definitely more than 5 pounds. But even still, like, I've never really thought about it because I've never really had a part of me so immobile for so long because I've never broken a bone or really anything. The muscles in my arm just, like, there's a lot of work to get those guys back. Like, even just, like, flexing my bicep, like, I feel like I kind of have to use my right arm to help it come all the way up. And there's just some other things just, like, I mean, I tried lifting my arm a little bit, like, off my side. And I wasn't going to go far because the doctor told me don't start trying to, like, raise it above your head or anything just yet. Like, go slow with it, let it do its thing. But even just, like, trying to lift it out, like, I was like, it was so weird. It was like I was telling my arm to move, but it just wasn't moving.
Spooky.
And it's like, that's kind of scary. But it's just going to take time to heal. But apparently they put, like, 11 screws in me, I think is what I counted, 10 or 11 screws on the plate. The x-ray looks pretty gnarly. But I mean, if the inside is as good as the stitched up scar, then I'm going to be like a robot here soon.
Have you ever seen... Is it okay if I post that picture that you sent us of that?
For sure.
Have you ever seen the picture of Nikola Tesla x-raying his shoe?
Yeah.
Okay. That's for our friends.
Oh yeah, all those nails coming up through the heel.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty crazy. But yeah, we're on the way. Still got a lot of healing to do. Still not sleeping very well. I talked to the doctor about that, and he was just pretty much like, yeah, that comes with the territory. Like, you're gonna deal with that. It's gonna get better. So just keep at it. Just try to sleep sitting up. But he didn't say he was gonna give me any other kind of medication or anything. And like last night, I was able to, like, I was real tired yesterday. I mean, more so than I usually am, which is really tired all the time. But I fell asleep pretty fast in my bed, and I slept for like 2.5, 3 hours, which was nice. But then I woke up and like my arm was just like sore as could be, and I was like, I couldn't stay in bed, so I had to go to the couch. But hopefully that shit knocks off soon. Because I just miss sleeping. Just a good night of sleep in my bed. Like, just being able to lay down.
Yeah.
I miss it so much. Like, my body feels just crappy just not being able to lay down flat on my back and just rest. But it's my fault. Shouldn't have broke my arm. But we're getting there. So I guess that's really about all the update on the arm.
Cool.
You want to see the incision?
Show me that incision.
You can barely see it.
It's very skinny.
I mean, not really. You can definitely see it.
But it's very skinny.
Yeah, it's sexy. It's going to be a good scar. I mean, it's barely going to be a scar. But...
Sweet.
Yep. So that's where I'm at with that. What else is going on?
I know one of the things definitely wanted to talk about. Did you hear about this? Do you know this aliens hearing in Congress?
I absolutely did. Of course I did. Like, it's been on my radar for a while now.
So I felt hoity and toity because I think it was earlier this week, or maybe the end of last week, but there were hearings on the weaponization of federal government against conservatives, and hearings on the IRS's handling of the Hunter Biden stuff, and RFK Jr. spoke at the weaponization one, and I felt, again, hoity and toity because I played them live while I tapped away at the keyboard and sent this email and did this, that, and the other. It's like, yeah, plugged in. I know what's going on. I know a lot of folks that I talk to think I'm like way more liberal, progressive, or like lefty on the spectrum than I am.
Yeah.
Just because anytime like something's demonstrably untrue, I have to point that out. And recently, that's gone more one way than the other. But yeah, people are saying like Hunter Biden, the government is being unfair and treating Hunter Biden special because he's the president's kid. Okay, just give me the best, like, not punditry and Twitter and Facebook, like the subject matter experts that are testifying under oath, under penalty of perjury. Give me your best points. And then other folks, give your best counterpoints, and after like 2 hours, there'll be a so what of it. And this is me, you know, I'm not like trying to like repeat Democratic Party talking points, but like also I am always going to say Democratic, because whenever folks are like the Democrat Party, I'm like, that feels so shiesty to me. It feels so dumb. Anyways, so I'm trying to like get what are the absolute best points against, you know, in favor of angry right wing Twitter. Right wing. I feel like I'm saying white in there on accident, sort of.
It all sounds like some white ring. I mean, it's the same thing.
The so what of the Hunter Biden one was that all of the time investigators are like, here's all these things they could be charged with. And then it's just like all the cop shows where like there's the folks doing the investigating, the arresting and chasing people on foot and all that. But then eventually it goes to the lawyers, and they're totally different priorities in what they do. It's routine that the lawyers would do something like they did with Hunter Biden, where the guy that has no prior record, blah, 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 blah. So that was the so what of that. And then the so what of the weaponization of Congress was like social media. Nothing undid the fact that there are private companies that like sometimes listen to government, sometimes don't. They're not always just doing whatever the administration says.
Yeah.
But government is a customer to them, just like all of us are customers to them. Mm-hmm. It's not literally a town hall. You don't get to just say whatever you want. There are other platforms outside of Facebook and Twitter that will let you say whatever the fuck you want. And those places are like madhouses.
Yeah.
With all kinds of craziness. So that was the so what of that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm tip-tapping on my computer. And somebody's like, it totally blindsided me that the UFO hearing was going to be on, and that I could have been doing that the same way as I was doing the more serious ones. I missed out on the silly one.
Oh, man.
So did you watch it? Because I got like clips of it, but I didn't actually watch it.
I don't ever watch any of that shit. I just wait for the highlights, the notes of it all.
What did you get?
I mean, nothing, like, just... Big thing I've seen is, like they're saying some real stuff. Or, like, I mean, I don't know if it's real, but, like, I mean, real as in, if it's true, it's pretty earth-shaking news. But now it's just like, well, we need evidence before we can really get serious, like, take all this seriously. But, there are definitely some things said that pretty interesting, and I don't know. I mean, the whole thing gets me thinking, like, I mean, I don't know if they'll ever let us know, or I don't think they'll ever really tell us what they really know or what they have, because I think it could definitely cause a big problem in society and just for humans in general. Like,
were there anything said that, like, clearly, where, like, proving it true or not is a thing that you could even do?
Yeah, I mean, they could show us stuff. They said that they have. What was the verbiage of it? I have it right here.
I saw a bizarre, like, non-Earth biologics or something like that.
Yeah.
Or is, like,
non-human biologics.
Yeah, so, like, trying not to say little green men, like, trying not to say that they have an alien body, but, like, sort of saying it.
I mean, that's, I guess, the most PC way to say it, because, I mean, again, they don't know, or supposedly don't know, I guess, where these things are coming from, so I don't know if you can say, like...
We've had extraterrestrial as a word. We've had that. Like, extraterrestrial life form is not an option.
I mean, what about my theory? What about,
Okay, yeah.
super terrestrial?
Non-human biologic? You're right. That would...
I mean, the non-human biologic just covers everything.
Are you telling me they just... I think that is confirmation right there.
It's not a denial of any sort.
The biggest... And it's all under oath thing that's happened in UFOs in our lifetime does not rule out your theory. I think every single day your theory becomes more and more likely.
I mean, it is. It is the most likely answer for what they're showing us.
I saw they had the Navy flyer, like the TikTok guy, or the Tic Tac guy, not TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all these guys are starting to come out. People are starting to talk about it. I mean, hell, they had a giant, like, congressional hearing about it. Like, that's not nothing. And the fact that they're saying that they have, like, they've discovered non-human biologics and...
So that, is the guy attesting to that also, like, know where that is?
I don't know all the facts. But, that and then the crafts that apparently they have and that we've seen, like, stuff's going on.
So they have. What does that mean?
Whoever the they is. Because the whole thing is, like, they're all coming out because they're saying that some part of the U.S. government is doing all this stuff without, like, congressional oversight.
They're not naming, like, CIA, NSA, Navy?
No, and I don't think it's any of those. I think it's something else that just doesn't even have a name that we would know of.
That itself is, like, incredibly illegal, or incredibly...
That's why they have a problem with it. They're actually kind of bringing it out, because it's like, hey, we've got all this money being spent and all this stuff happening and all this knowledge that we're getting that's just
There's not be a paper trail.
Regulated, and yeah, there's really no paper trail to it. But at the same time, I can kind of see the justification in that because, like I said, just all this coming out, it just kind of, like, I don't know what it would really... Honestly, after this hearing yesterday, I don't think it would do as much damage to humankind and society as I originally thought it would. Just because, like you said, all this stuff is in the news right now. Hunter Biden, stupid shit, and all this other stupid shit is in the news. This stuff is not in the news. Like, no one's really talking about this. But, like, there was just a major congressional hearing about UFOs, and credible people are saying, yeah, like, stuff is... We've seen it. We have it.
I feel like we've been talking about it since that Tic Tac video.
Well, we have, but...
No, I mean, like, CNN and, like, mainstream, all that.
But since the thing from yesterday, like, I guess it would need to be a video of something to, like, actually make the news. But just the fact that, like, that's happening, no one cares.
Like what was said at the hearing?
Yeah.
I only know about it because it was in the news.
I mean, I think the general population is tuned out on it, just really doesn't care. And... Which is probably for the better, because if people did care, that would cause a lot more issues, but...
I think if there's a part of government spending so much money that they're handling the UAPs and storing of non-human biologics and aircraft. That's not a little bit of money. That sounds like a lot of money. I think that should already like get us all up in arms of like uncover that or get to the ground of that, because it's not okay to be spending all of our money like that.
I mean, I totally agree, but at the same time, I understand that something, if it's all true, like something of that magnitude probably needs to be as quiet as could possibly be.
We do all sorts of like, you're allowed to know how much it costs, you're not allowed to know what it is. We have tons of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
My so what or big takeaway of all that is that it was all said under oath. So like, go and prove it. And if we're talking about the spending of hundreds of billions dollars,
yeah,
like find that out immediately. Or let's start putting people in trouble for perjury.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's just one of those things. Like, how do you make them prove it? If there is that powerful of an entity in the government,
It's always like, how do you know this? Oh, because so and so told me that. Bring them here. How do you know this? Oh, well, it's classified. I am the Congress. It's not classified anymore. Well, okay, it's here and here and here. There's no.
I don't know, man. I could see people start accidentally falling off of balconies and stuff.
That in itself is another crime. Investigate that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whenever I hear that, we may never know, when it's like, no, it's a finite number of people in a finite amount of space. We can know.
I mean, maybe they discovered some really awesome tech that's like keeping them off the radar that we can't break through. I don't know. I'm really excited to see where it all goes. I hope it doesn't just fizzle out, but I don't know.
That's my thing. Is sometimes people make these big claims, and I'm like, this cannot be allowed to fizzle out, because because what you're saying is so important that it needs to be proven true or not. Like, it needs to be run to ground, or we've got to hang you by your toes. You can't be fucking misleading hundreds of millions of us. It's not okay.
Well, apparently it is kind of okay to do that kind of stuff these days.
It's never okay to me.
Well, of course it's not actually okay, but we allow it to happen.
If you are saying that dead people are voting in their thousands and tens of thousands, and you're saying you know that because you saw the data, bring me the person who brought you that data. Where did this data derive from? Tell me what you're looking at. I wish we did that every single time.
Yeah. And
then when that final person is like, well, I did it for the walls. I did it because I wanted to trick all these people. That person... I get this argument all the time of provenance and like, why are you asking about like where this came from, or why does it matter? Why don't you just argue the point? And it's like, why are we going to argue the point that the dead people voted in our vote? Like, this is just a fiction, because we could just make all kinds of fictions that we could use to rationalize and justify whatever.
I mean, that's kind of what humanity has done throughout the course of its histories. Make these fictions to rationalize things.
Whatever the category of type of person, outside of just... Sometimes I think I'm just an asshole.
Yeah.
For like... but that just annoys the shit out of me.
Me too. I mean, it broke me, and I'm to the point now where I can't put any energy of getting mad about it, because it's like, well, what is that going to do for me? It was funny, I was talking to my brother earlier today. Mm-hmm. We were hanging out after my doctor's appointment for a minute, and he was looking at me, and he was like, how the hell don't you have, like, hardly any gray hairs on your head? Mm. And he does, and he's, like, only 2 years older than me. Mm-hmm. But he's had them for a little while, and he was like, it's because you just don't care about anything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, that's not really how it works. Like, I care about a lot of things, but I do just get to the point where I just can't do it anymore. And then I also told him, well, look at my beard. All my grays are in my beard. And I was like, if I shave my beard off, then all my top hair is going to go gray. He's like, that's not how it works. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it does. You don't have a beard.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
So, You gotta...
Because I think a little bit the same. Like, all my gray hair in my beard.
Yeah.
And similarly, I can and do get angry and excited all the time over these sorts of things. But definitely props to the Army for a big part of it is you're getting yelled at. They're doing the explosions, the fake explosions or whatever, like fireworks basically.
Yeah.
And the shouting and the time is ticking and and you still have to do what you have to do. Like either be the decision maker or carry out whatever. If I didn't do the military and I still cared about like all the stuff I do that I get worked up about, I would just be like stressed out all the time. And it would definitely reflect in my health.
I think that's my brother. He should have been in the military.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're getting closer on aliens. Or whatever we want to call them.
Yeah.
I forgot what I called them.
Super trash wheels.
I thought it was something else, though. I know I called them that today. I thought I had another word for it.
Gravity.
I mean, something. I really hope my theory's right, though.
I mean, again, you rule things out, you keep things ruled in, and just every gate that we've gone through, inevitably, like, you might not land on what it is, but you go through enough gates, and it hasn't been ruled out yet.
I mean, the only reason why I don't think I'm right is no men in black have showed up at my front door to silence my spreading of this message.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have and I don't remember it, and...
Yeah, maybe they have and they think so little of you. They're like, it's good that this guy's saying this. Nobody's gonna believe this asshole.
They look at our podcast on 16 subscribers, and that ain't shit.
Yeah. But it's also like a character judgment on both of us. Fuck you guys.
Oh, silly shit.
What about, it's 32 minutes. You want to go for like 10-ish more minutes. KQC and flying around the world. Oh, and I guess, we could talk about Mission Impossible.
Oh, I'd already forgotten about it.
We've watched 5 of them.
Yeah. They're getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. They are. I really like the last one. When we had watched 4 of them, I still said the first and second one I liked more than the third and fourth one.
Yeah.
But the this 5th one is now just behind the first one.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, I really liked 4, and then I also really liked 5. And I think both are better than... I mean, I guess 1, it's just kind of like sets everything up. You kind of got... It's like the original Fast and the Furious movie, like that.
It's my favorite style, too.
Yeah.
It's global, but the way they shot it just made it seem really, like, small and, like, local to Ethan's orbit, basically.
Yeah.
And 2 is a little special to me just because it's such a... I think I called it, like, a very horny movie. But it was at a, like, horny time in human culture. And a horny time for me individually. So I just love that movie. Yeah. And it's so silly, too. It's like it's a good John Woo.
Yeah.
You know all those John Woo movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the third and the fourth one. The third one's very forgettable, but...
I think that was the worst one.
Yeah.
4's good, 5 was even better. Although I don't really remember much about them all, though. They're just kind of forgettable. They're just like fun little action movies. I couldn't tell you really the plots of any of them.
I kept mixing up the third and fourth one in my head and had to finally, like, read a synopsis. Like, oh, okay. But the fourth one had, like, a Burj Khalifa Middle East thing. Mm-hmm. That I keep mixing that up with the Fast and Furious movie. Because they go out windows.
Yeah. That was a fun part of the movie. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah. Mission Impossible, pretty cool.
I do recommend.
Yeah.
What about you're flying around the world?
I've been absolutely crushing it. I'm not going to talk about it too much here today because I will say that I have one flight left. I'm only 160 miles away from my takeoff point. I would have finished it today if I didn't have my doctor's appointment. But I've been going real hard, but talk about it more next week once I fully finish it, and then I can compile all of
Sounds good.
the numbers and the miles and all the countries visited. And I can say I have gone to all 7 continents. I have flown by all the wonders of the world.
Nice. That's a big one.
Yeah.
We've talked continents and obviously the rough outline of it. I don't think you said you were going to see all the wonders of the world. That's nice.
Yeah, that was something I kind of threw on there as like one after I'd started.
Very cool.
Pretty much because I saw a YouTube video that made me want to do it. Because this guy was like, gonna visit all 7 wonders of the world in 7 days, like IRL, and he did. I watched those videos and those.
Oh yeah, I guess they're all like Western civilization things. So all Europe, right?
No, actually, most of them are.
Is it the wonders of the modern world? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, the ancient ones aren't there anymore.
We can still fly by them. The pyramids are there.
I mean, the pyramids are the only one. It's like Chichen Itza.
Nice.
Machu Picchu.
Oh, I think I thought those were the same.
No, Chichen Itza is one of those pyramids in Mexico.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Machu Picchu. Christ the Redeemer.
Nice.
And that's all like North America, South America.
Mm-hmm.
Then pyramids, Petra, Colosseum, Great Wall of China.
Nice.
And also for the Acropolis, just because it was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Which some people are like, it kind of is, kind of isn't. I mean, when you look it up, when I look it up, there's not like a definitive list of like the wonders of the world. Those are just kind of like the generally accepted ones.
I thought they were like the ancient.
Well, then there's the ancient ones like the.
And those are Greek.
The Colossus of Rhodes and the Babylon.
Gardens of Babylon. Yeah.
Stuff that just doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been absolutely awesome seeing the whole world, what the game does for the visuals. I'm excited to, once I'm done with this flight, just doing some strategic, just visiting certain areas and flying around them and exploring them a little more.
Mm-hmm. I made you talk about your flying, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I made you talk about your flying, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But yeah. Stay tuned to next week and I'll give you a full rundown of all of it. It'll be like a 20-minute talk about it. Talk about all the people I met and cultures and customs I came across.
Food you ate.
Food I ate. But yeah, I have a KQC.
Nice.
I don't know. Again, it was one of those found it real quick kind of situations.
While we're pulling it up, quarterback continues to be great. We're probably going to try and want to simulcast one of those tonight.
Yeah, I'm down. I've really been wanting to watch it.
I am one over on Kirk Cousins, dude. He did something in the Thanksgiving that he's my dog now.
The turducken?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't care that this is a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler. It's happened already. When he was with the Washington team that played football before they were called the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Won on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Got the turkey leg. And you know what he did, Kelly? Kelly, do you know what he did?
What'd he do?
Didn't even think about taking a bite first. Went immediately to give the first bite to his right guard, number 75. Don't know his name, but I knew immediately that it was a lineman and that he was doing what we always love in the Army is the leader takes care of the people doing the work first. And it just made me choke up. Where I was like, that man is a leader, is a servant leader, is crushing it in the Nathan scale of good people.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, Kirk Cousins.
He's still a nerd.
I'm on board. Big old dork. Dorkosaurus Rex. But good guy. Alright, sorry, just wanted to know. How rare are you?
Yeah. So apparently this is like gonna tell you how, if your personality is like very unique or if you're just like an average Joe.
Alright.
I mean, again, I don't know how this is gonna go. I need to spend more time into looking into quizzes before we do this, but
I always need to open the quiz and let it freak out and then open it a second time. Alright, I'm good.
Alright, so you ready?
Yep.
So first question, which is your favorite color? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, pink, white, brown / other.
Already kind of tough because it's hard to the word and the color that it is by itself versus the actual pictures, which some of these pictures are quite soothing, quite interesting, quite provocative. Definitely growing up it was orange.
Gross.
I do fucking love the color purple. It's got
I immediately thought you were going purple.
I'm going purple, yeah.
Oh, and green, of course. Green's the best color.
Purple is all up in my life. Yep.
Which month is your favorite? And I think it's just all the months.
Nice.
So you just get to pick.
It's got to be October for me. It starts with my birthday. It ends with Halloween. And the whole in between is spooky season. So we're getting like all these great shows. And like Ashley's really into spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
And so much football.
I'm probably going to go December. It's when it actually like starts getting noticeably cooler.
Yep.
Real cooler. You know, me in the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. And that's when like football's getting real intense.
Nice.
And usually that's when, that's always when the end of our fantasy football season is.
True.
In December. All right, next question. Which pet do you like best? Dog, cat, fish, rabbit, guinea pig, bird, lizard, none.
Dog.
Easy. Which of these foods is the most appetizing? Pizza, ramen, burger, sushi, tacos, spaghetti, udon, paella, fried chicken, quiche. I mean, it's automatically pizza for me. It's always going to be pizza. I love a lot of those foods, but it's just pizza's the best. Never had udon. Or like legit ramen either.
I'm going tacos.
Classic. I knew you could go tacos. Next question. Which of these flowers is your favorite? We got rose, gerbera. I don't know if that's how you say it. Tulip, lily, orchid, iris, sunflower, hydrangea.
No, you said it.
Hydrangea.
Yeah. I'm going iris. Which is purple, of course.
I guess I'm gonna be basic bitch and I'll just go rose. Mostly because of seal.
Nice.
What's your zodiac sign? Yep. Scorpio. Which letter does your first name begin with? Okay. K.
Lame. Ooh.
Wait, where? Oh, there's N. Are you doing N or J?
J. First.
I guess it does say first name.
Yeah.
Which number makes you happiest?
I like a silly one of these.
7, 3, 8, 4, 21, 14, 16, 37,567,147 and 80.88, 1,002, or 18,678.
It's hard not to say 7.
No. I never choose 7. Because everybody likes 7. You know what? I'm going to go 8.
Between 7 or 3 for me. I'm going to go 3.
Lastly, Which word would you use to describe yourself? Different, funny, mean, honest, caring, humble, smart, loving, wise, unappealing, alluring, magical.
No one is more humble than I.
I'm pretty magical.
It's not honest.
I'm not that funny. I wish I was.
I guess I'm pretty caring. Oh, I like to be loving.
I was thinking about loving too.
Oh yeah, you're very good loving.
You're alert, pretty good alluring.
Alluring. I lure you with my bad breath. What is that smell? Gotcha.
Did you choose?
Yeah, I'm caring. Woo!
And now we get our answer. I am an average Joe.
As am I.
Hell yeah.
To be honest, your personality is very average. On the bright side, this makes it easier to find friends who are like you.
That's exactly what mine says. Woo.
Thanks, BuzzFeed. Get out of here. Some 14-year-old came up with this.
I'm sorry. I'll do a better job next week.
No, I'm sure most average shows feel that way. It's probably 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not special. I think more people need to realize they're not special.
Did you hear about Joe Burrow?
No.
Okay, so it's football season, man.
Yep.
It's on.
Yeah.
Everybody's in training camp.
Yep.
Which means everybody's getting injured.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, too.
How injured?
Calf strain.
That's not bad.
Missing all preseason.
He doesn't need it. He's Joey B.
Jalen Ramsey will undergo knee surgery and is expected to miss the start of the regular season with the injury. ACL is intact, which is a positive.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's all I got for this week. You got anything else?
No, but I'm going to Costco after this, and my list practices and technology have gotten better. See, now I just take a picture.
There you go.
And I can, just look at the picture. And then also the HEB list is on the same piece of paper, so I can just sit down and plug in this stuff from my phone and then just tear this thing off the fridge later.
Now, did you take a picture of the list, or did you have to get Ashley to take a picture and send it?
I was going to take a picture of it, but I had a NBA thing go late.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like halfway here and voice text Ash, hey, take a picture of the thing for me.
It's okay. You don't have to give me excuses. Just need a yes or no.
Which is convenient that she was there, because normally she's not there on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that's it for this week. Everybody out there, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you next week.
Take care, y'all.
Oh, I can't. Where's the cursor?
Noises.